No.
Nothing changed really because I don't think anybody's actually watching yet. Look at
I'm
that.
on. I've got the live stream on my other screen here, so I'm just waiting to see.
I've got 0 viewers showing.
Yeah.
Isn't it episode 156? Nope, 154. My bad. It's the
Yeah.
6th of May. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. So. Yeah. Okay. It's starting now on my screen there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Facebook. Yeah, people who want to watch, they can just go on our Facebook feed, right?
Yeah.
And click that link. So
There
you
you
can
go.
go share it on your feed if you want, and then everybody
Take
will
your
see
butt
it.
out and then go if you want to take it off.
So we have mini clone here.
I'm not a clone.
Oh.
Whoa. You definitely have an attitude.
No, I don't.
No, I do not. So,
Be nice,
so
I'll
you're a
knock the helmet right
stormtrooper
off
then?
I'm not allowed to take my helmet off.
No, don't take your helmet off.
Some of you know my secret identity, but not all of you do.
Right. Wait, can I confirm that my headset is recording and not my laptop?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
It's your
good.
headset.
Because we had that problem before, right, Adriel?
Yep. No, it sounds good now.
Okay. We have 1 viewer. Welcome, viewer. This is a record. This is a record. We've got 2. We've got 2 viewers now. That's 4, actually. My bad. This many. Oh, I lost 1. Back to 1.
Jeez.
Let's see. I'm sharing it out on Slamfire and I'm sharing it out on my page.
Yeah, I just shared it on mine as well.
There we go. And yeah, I've got the other guy on this other screen here.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, that's me. I'm allowed, right? Mm. All right.
Suppose we didn't start when we were supposed to. We should have probably put it at 10 minutes after, so we had a little bit of time.
Yeah, well, that's all right. We can start whenever now. If everybody's ready, we can put your helmet on there, boy. People can see your face, boy. Oh, Trevor's got his mic muted.
Yep. He might be monkeying around with that splitter.
Yeah. Monkeying with the splitter. I just wanted to point and laugh.
So I'm the only one that didn't log on under Slamfire.
I guess so.
My computer's set up always on Slamfire as the main account, so I have to work at it to go back to my own account, so I just leave it. Because I don't like work. Oh, we got a flyby.
So, how's everyone?
Good. So you can monitor the live chat box, Adriel?
Yeah, I've got that on my other screen here, so I can watch it and see what people are asking during the listener feedback.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're doing that on Facebook and on here?
Not on Facebook, just on YouTube.
Just on
'Cause
here.
yeah, it's feeding through YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube.
That's
Yeah,
the link that we put through on Facebook.
Oh, okay. So people aren't going to be chatting on this then.
No, this
No.
is just for us.
This is just for us. Okay. So it's just YouTube that people will be.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm watching that one.
Okay, cool. I can pull that up just by going to our YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I can send you the link. It's easier if I've got 2 screens going here, so I'll just keep them both up and watch
Okay.
them both.
That's cool.
I sent a link through there if you guys wanted to share it out or whatever, but yeah, I'm watching that to see if anyone chats on there.
You can see all 4 of us? Oh, you tagged all 4 of us. Right. Sure.
My sense is this is going to be a short show.
We got 4 viewers now. That's something. Hello, viewers,
Hello.
and welcome to the pre-show. We are very, very sorry.
Do you guys have President's Choice out in New Brunswick?
Yes.
$12.40 for a 12-pack.
12-pack of
what?
Dr. Pepper?
No, this.
I can't see.
IPA.
Oh, here we go. Try again.
That's
Oh, I guess I have to talk while I'm showing it off, right? There we go.
IPA India Pale Ale.
Yeah.
See, my thing still won't switch between whoever's talking, so I've got to click on each person, which is
Alright.
weird. I don't know how to change that.
and
gotta be a
Kev
way.
says hi. Hi, Kev. That would be
Oh.
my Kev, FYI.
Hi, Kev.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Good
Yeah.
night, Kev.
There's a lag time.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a lag time between the video that we see and that it hits YouTube. 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, no, I did. I just clicked on the little camera on the left, the cameraman icon, and it went back to whoever's talking makes it that person's camera
Sweet.
alive for me, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for anybody else. I just wanted it for myself, so
Yeah.
I'm just celebrating my own success. Thank you for celebrating with me.
All right, we ready to start this thing or what?
I doubt it, but let's try anyway. Oh, crap. All right. Just want to give a quick shout out to Stacy Penland for subscribing to us on YouTube. Hello, Stacy. All right. Are we ready?
Sure.
As
Trevor?
ready as we're gonna get. Oh, Trevor's got it now.
Trevor? 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 We can't hear you, Trevor. That's correct. Turn your mic on. Did you turn it off? Check your settings.
go.
Did you mute your mic? You probably didn't. He's probably...
Can you hear me
Sing-
now?
Yes.
Yeah, for some reason when I plug the splitter in, I lose my mic.
Oh.
If it's probably just splitting the audio out and just getting rid of the mic.
That don't make sense. But
No, it doesn't. That shouldn't do that. Your other option, I found this happened to me. I lost my mic. I just plugged in my the way I wanted it, then I turned this off, and then I came back onto it, and everything worked. So you could try that.
no,
So plug
it's
it
time.
in.
It's time to start.
Okay.
Here, dude. Phil, when you jump on, I'll just give you one of these.
Just give him an ear. Yeah.
Come on out, it's not going to work.
What is this conversation thing?
What?
We got a conversation thing.
No, there's no conversation thing.
Okay.
All the conversation's going to happen on YouTube channel, not on here. No, nobody's going to be able to watch it here. They're only watching it on YouTube.
Okay. So how do I go? I gotta go to YouTube as well then.
Andrew's going
I've
to
got
watch
mine
that,
open
and
on
he'll let
all.
us know whenever there's a comment.
Oh, okay. Cool. So we're gonna do our regular show, and then the main topic will be questions and answers from all those 6 people, all 6 of them. I don't
All
know.
6 of them.
I'm not sure that's.
I got 5.
5. Well, that's
we
even
lost-
less.
we
lagging
lost one. We lost one. Super. Okay. All right. So, or whatever you
Well,
guys
we'll do
want.
what we do, and we'll see what happens.
All right then.
All right, then. Okay, so we're ready?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, listeners, and welcome to episode 154 of a live episode. I said episode twice. I said episode twice.
Well, the thing
I should
about
only say
being
it
live, you
once.
just got to keep going.
Well, no, I should have just said it once.
We can't edit that out.
Okay, I'm going to edit it out and try it again. Not for the
Matthew?
people who are watching.
Matthew,
Yeah?
do you understand the concept of live?
No, I clearly do not.
Clearly. All right.
Okay, I mean, we are going to release, a recorded version, so.
Yep.
All right. So we'll try this again. Okay, hold on. Hello and welcome to a live edition of Slamfire Radio. This is episode 154 for The Revenge of the Sixth. 2016. It's like that's a lame Star Wars joke.
No, it's not.
I like the other one better. May the Fourth be with you. That just works better.
That's
Revenge of the
because-
Sixth.
Well,
I mean, it sort of works.
it definitely works for the Empire fans.
It certainly
you're
does.
all
And we
about-
have some Empire fans around, from what I hear.
We sure do. We
Yep.
sure do. Like I am surrounded by
By-
the Empire.
So you've decapitated a bunch of empires, and you have their heads,
Possibly.
or the helmets are empty. We will never know.
I can neither confirm nor deny. But I think in a little while, hopefully, we will be visited by the people who wear these helmets.
Interesting. Well,
You're
Trevor,
surrounded.
seeing as you're speaking, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm the Frelate.
Cool.
I don't know where to look.
The rest of you can carry on as if we're doing a regular show.
Okay.
And I'm
Well-
Adriel Michaud.
And I'm Kelly, the glassy one.
Classy
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes, you were.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but Classy Kelly sounds like a stage name. I'm just gonna go there. I'm just.
Sounds not so classy.
Cowboy shooting name.
That's
Okay.
classy-ish.
Yeah, it's better than. Never mind.
Yeah, we won't go there.
Yeah, you know.
Cool. All right. Well, why don't we, do the show like we normally do, and let's start with Trevor with what he did with guns this week.
All right. I did some of this week. I went out revolver shooting with Snuffleupagus. He bought himself a Ruger GP100 and hadn't shot it yet, so we went out to the range with some newly loaded 38 Special that I put together and some 357 Magnum. I also got to shoot the Paratus, and I thought, I was kind of proud of what I had done until I spoke to Adriel, and Adriel kicked me in the ego. So I was like, hey, Adriel, I put 6 rounds through Paratus in 1.36 seconds. He's like, well, why so slow? Let me take a minute. Don't want to hurt the poor Turkish shotgun? So, yeah, I haven't seen you post any times, Adriel.
We'll have to do some video.
You have to do some video. The challenge is on, big guy. 6 rounds in under 1.36. Bring it on.
Didn't you sell that?
Yeah,
He's still using it. That was it, with the caveat that, well, I'm going to actually keep it. I'm going to take your money, keep the gun, and use it until I'm done with it. Then I'll send it to you.
I can't remember, but so I sold it to Mark, and I may have actually shot it before he did. Like at the range. Oh, Mark, you brought it. Cool. Can I try it? So, what else did I do? I did some shooting with my Thompson Center Venture Predator. I mounted the new to the gun, my Vortex Viper, in 3-9, and went out and sighted it in with some of the hand loads that I made for it, Winchester brass, and a 40 grain VMAX bullet, which is a little light, but it shoots really accurate. So it's fast, it's accurate, but of course it's going to have its limitations, right? It's only 40 grains, it's going to get pushed around in the wind. I've got some 50 grainers that I'm going to keep trying to develop a load for with benchmark powder, and hopefully that will work better. I also shot my TAC 21, my 308, Remington 308, Remington 700 308, and I ran into an issue, and I'm not sure if it's the rifle or the brass. But the 100 pieces of Lapua brass that I bought, I fired some through the rifle once and then next sized them. And then I fired some through the rifle for the first time. And when I got home, after cleaning them in my stainless steel tumbler, I noticed that they all had a crack down by the base where you would get case head separation. And I'm not sure what to attribute that to, whether it's just a bad batch of Lapua brass or there's a head spacing issue with the rifle. I've talked to a couple of gunsmiths, and one of the common suggestions was that I rolled the shoulder too far back while resizing. Only problem is I've never full and 3-sized that brass. I've only neck sized it, and the collet die doesn't touch the shoulder. So I'm pretty confident I can rule out the possibility of it being a resizing issue. So if it's a headspace issue, why isn't my Winchester brass cracking? And my Winchester brass is not cracking. So I don't know what's going on. I've got the rifle with me this weekend. I'm going to take it to the same gunsmith who built my Garand and who's working on my M305, because he has a 308 chamber gauge and he has head spacing gauges. So I stripped it out of the chassis, which kind of broke my heart to take it all apart like that. But whatever, I got to know, right? So he thought if the barrel had actually become loosened, backed off of the action, that would of course increase the head space. But I mean, it's not loose enough where I could push it, actually manipulate it with my hands. But anyway, who knows? So we'll be getting that looked at this weekend. Hopefully there'll be nothing too serious. And other than that, I continued to do some more brass prep, this time for 30-06. I loaded up some 30-06 because my new Vortex Viper HS 4-16 by 44 came in, and I mounted that to my Savage Model 111. And I will shoot that at the range with Filthy and Fred on Saturday to fire form some brass and develop a load for that. My Sinclair trimmer is on the way, and so is my Sinclair neck turner. I've been reaming primer pocket or uniforming primer pockets and deburring flash holes, but that's as far as I'm going to go until I get these tools. I'm going to hook up with one of the precision rifle guys from my club who has a long history of reloading precision ammunition and match grade ammo, and I'm going to invite him over for a little tutorial before I get to work on the 308 brass and the rest of my 30-06. Before I start turning necks, I'm going to get this guy to show me how to do it, because if you take too much off the neck, you've ruined the brass. So
Take too much off the neck, heads will roll.
that's true. That's true. So, and I've got a funny story to tell. You guys have heard me talk about Burns. I just refer to him as Burns. He's a member of the gun club and shoots at. He's a member of the gun club and he works for Canada Post. So before I left work on Wednesday, I checked the tracking number on my scope, and the Canada Post tracking number said that my scope was delivered, which I thought that was unusual because I wasn't home to receive the package. So I drive to my house. It's not there. There's no door knocker. I go to the post office to pick up the parcel. It's not there. At this time, I'm losing my mind because my $1,000 Vortex scope is in somebody's hands other than my own. Calling Matthew, I'm freaking out.
Yeah, he did. He called me and freaked out, and it was a good half hour to 45 minutes of trying to talk Trevor down.
Meltdown.
He was losing it. He was on his way down the road.
Yeah, I may have used some of the terms like violence and biblical proportions in the same sentence.
Yes. He was going to go biblical instead of going postal, if you kind of get that.
Yeah, so...
That's linked, right? Postal?
Yeah.
So I put the tracking number in the computer, and it comes up with the initials JB, which are the same initials as my friend who's in the gun club who happens to work for Canada Post. And he's Facebooked me before to say, hey, you got a parcel. I saw it. It'll be there when you get there today, when you get home. And I'm like, thanks for the heads up. That's what tracking numbers are for. It's creepy that you're checking my mail. So naturally, when it said that it was delivered and I saw a JB, I'm like, that's him. So I click on the signature, and I can't make out the first name. I think it was signed for by a doctor because it was just like, ah. So... but the last name looks like Burns. So I'm like, son of a gun, he's got my package. I'm calling, like I'm psycho calling. I'm like ex-girlfriend calling. You won't pick up, so I keep calling. That's what I'm doing. Click, call again. Click, call again. Stalkerish. Anyway, I finally get a hold of him. Do you have my package? He's like, what are you talking about?
First of all, he's like, who is this?
Yeah. Like, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are, but I will.
I have the
you.
package. I'll meet you at the docks.
I was trying to do my impression of Taken. When I find you, I will kill you. So, I mean, they made three movies, Taken. I mean,
I didn't see any of them. It didn't really kind of do anything for me.
It's like he said in Deadpool. After a while, you just got to think he's a bad parent, right? Not my joke. Anyway, so Burns says, no, I don't have your package, but this doesn't make sense. So Burns basically breaks into Canada Post, gets the driver's telephone number, calls the driver at home, figures out where my package went. So I'm looking out the window and his truck pulls up. I'm like, oh, he's here. This is unusual. Why is he here? He better have my package. So I go outside, and he's banging on my neighbor's door. I'm like, oh, it's over there? He's like, yeah, it's over here. And he's bang. I'm like, it's cool, man. I went over there. He's not home. I'll go back later. It's fine. Next thing you know, the door opens. Hello, hello. He's yelling into the house. Nobody answers. What does he do? heart bigger than brain, he walks into my neighbor's house, sees the package on the counter, takes the packages, and he's walking up the street with this big grin. I got your packages. Yeah, you just
Well,
made-
I mean, technically, it's still under his care and control, right? Because he's the mailman, maybe.
Nah, not for that route.
I don't know what to tell you.
Technically, he committed a B&E. That's
Well,
what
nothing got broken, so it's just an E.
happened. True. Yeah. So
He committed an E.
a little later on, I'm sitting out on the front step talking to a colleague of mine who happened to stop by to solicit money from me, and
Sorry about that, by the way.
No, you wouldn't do this to me. He sold me tickets on prizes like chainsaws and trimmers and stuff I would never.
What are you going to do with the chainsaw?
Sell it? Like sell it and buy a gun. What am I going to do with a chainsaw?
You could, if you ever lose a hand, you could get it attached.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. My father has a scar on his lip from using a chainsaw, and the chain broke and knocked all his teeth out. I'm like, yeah, no chainsaws. I swore them off for life. So anyway, where was I? Squirrel.
You were cutting a squirrel in half
Talking
with a
to a
chainsaw.
colleague, he was selling you
Oh.
stuff on the porch. Yeah.
You're not
So-
supposed to point him back on the right track, Kelly. You're just supposed to point him back onto a track.
Any track will do. So anyway, my neighbor comes over and he apologizes to me. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't bring your packages over. You must have been worried about them or whatever." I'm like, "So let me get this straight. I sent a Canada Post employee to break into your house, and you're apologizing to me?
We are good.
We're good." So this is what was in one of those packages. This is my brand new Tanfoglio Limited Custom Extreme with an added gas pedal thumb rest put on it.
The gas pedal makes it go faster.
The gas pedal does make it. You push the muzzle down when you're throwing the bullets, and they go faster.
Makes them.
This is muzzle control right there, you know. So
That's it, basically.
yeah. So this is
I have an adjective for it, but I'm not allowed to say it.
An adjective for the gas pedal?
No, for the Tanfoglio.
Oh, for the Tanfoglio.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Is it because it's inappropriate for younger ears, or is it because Trevor doesn't like you if you say something bad about his new gun?
Oh, I'm not saying anything bad about the new gun.
Oh, well, in that case, that answers my question.
All right. No, I need, well,
Filthy is suggesting that you mount that to the bottom of an AR.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
It's nice and silver and chrome. It'd match really well.
It would.
See? Silver and chrome.
So that's
I remember now, Kelly. I just quoted. Yeah, Kelly referred to my gun as something that I made her agree to never refer to it in public as, even
Oh.
if it is true. It is an adjective that applies, but it's not a. It's not.
I'm a girl. I'm allowed to say it.
Not about my gun. No, you get your own Tanfoglio. You can call it pretty. This one's
She
majestic.
said that your gun is pretty.
She did. You know, every time it switches to Matthew, Jewel is behind him holding a different firearm every single time. It's awesome.
And she has a different T-shirt on, doesn't she?
Yes, she does every single time.
That's epic.
I'm a trained observer.
So, I think there's a lot of some German hate going on in here.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, I think that's all I did. So, Matthew, do you want to go next?
Sure. I did actually quite a bit of shooting this last week or so. I got out to the range with my brother-in-law and my nephews, and we shot some handguns and some AR and some 50 Beowulf, which was really fun. I haven't shot 50 Beowulf in quite a while. I've all of the ammo that I had is gone, so now I need to get some more 50 Beowulf loaded. So Owen, if you're listening, that's your job. You load the 50, I'll shoot it. Trevor's having issues there. Anyway, we'll continue on.
No.
So yeah, my brother is a videographer, or my brother-in-law is a videographer and a media guru, I guess. And so we threw together, and he hasn't finished editing it yet, but we got the footage for a pretty cool gun video. So we've got footage of all kinds of guns being shot, and I'm not going to describe what the video is going to be. You're just going to have to wait for it to come out. But needless to say, I basically shot all of my guns on Saturday, and there was one point where he get out of here. Those of you not watching, that's my wife in the background making chatty motions behind me. Anyway, at one point, it must have been apparent how much fun I was having because Aaron said to me, "Look, if we don't want to do this, you don't have to." I'm like, "No, we're good." So anyhow, we finished off the day by going back to my parents and shooting some tannerite. And we didn't tell my mom first that we were going to shoot the tannerite. And so we were setting up, and we shot the first target, and we get a text message from the house saying, "What the heck is that? Is everybody still alive?" We're like, no, everything's good. Hold on. And then we shot another one, and that one made the house windows rattle, apparently. And then people got angry with us, my mother mostly. So we had to stop rattling the houses around the neighborhood, apparently. But anyway, it was all in good fun. We had a really good time. Shot a lot of guns, blew up some tannerite, and yeah, that's basically it for now. I guess we'll move on to Kelly. What did you do this week, Kelly?
I went to SFRC and I returned that bolt carrier group for my AR-15. And
You returned it?
Yeah, I did. So I applied it to something Kevin's going to be getting. So when he goes this week to get it, I'm going to be getting his bolt carrier group. So that's what I did. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kelly. I'm sorry, Kelly. I laughed while you were talking. Filthy just sat down next to me, and I said, "Why aren't you wearing your regular helmet?" He informed me that this is his drinking helmet.
It is more stylish.
Does he have to use a straw? That's what I want to know. I want. He does. He uses a straw.
Yes, Filthy is drinking his Jameson's through a straw.
Jameson's. It's not just a straw. It's a curly straw.
It's a curly straw. I mean,
everybody.
They will hear you if you speak. You're gonna Kelly well, Filthy. Some audio.
Can't you just interface with your audio jack on your helmet there, Filthy?
Your equipment is far too primitive.
It doesn't interface properly. No Bluetooth for you then, huh?
No. Well, in the new car, yes.
In the new car. Listeners, you missed out if you're not watching the live show. Filthy is here with us with Trevor, and he's got his helmet on, and it's hilarious. Hopefully you can go back and watch the YouTube video that'll be posted later. But anyhow,
Speaking of primitive.
Yeah. Speaking of primitive, isn't that Han Solo's blaster?
This is Han Solo's blaster before it's turned into the blaster. Yeah, the broom handle Mauser.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of guns here that are old.
Classic.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sorry, the clone.
So we
has
cut
his
off
green
Kelly.
in his
We'll let
helmet.
Kelly continue on now.
Hey, no, it's okay. Go ahead.
No, he's got his liquor. He's got his helmet. He's all set.
Yeah, he's good to go.
Filthy's happy. He's got his Jamesons.
Yeah.
So, yeah, other than that, I went to the range on Sunday, and I did some shooting with my Glock 17. And other than that, nothing much. I'm still waiting for my membership, though, Trevor.
It's in the mail.
Membership for
The Canadian Coalition for Firearms Rights.
These guys right here.
CCFR. Not to be confused with
RF.
CRR.
Yeah.
Never.
So other than that, nothing. Not very much.
Other than that, nothing.
Nothing.
Just that.
Yeah. So Adriel, what about you?
Let's see here. Well, I hit the range on Saturday. Saturday I hit the range. I re-zeroed my AR. I've got some of that. What kind of ammo was that? Not tool ammo. PMC. I got a whole crate of that PMC stuff from Canada Ammo because it was relatively cheap, and it's actually not bad for accuracy. I was getting right around 2.5 inches, I guess, which for 50 cents a shot, I can't fault that much. It's brass cased. So yeah, I sighted in for that. I tested the Pardus with the charging handle fix, so I had to sand it a bit to fit that charging handle in, and now that it's in, it stays in because it's actually hitting that detent. So it ran just fine. I ran some more 3-inch magnums through it just to beat it up a little bit and wear it in. I took my Stoger out as well, and I'm having a problem where the bolt is bouncing out of battery. So I've got a camera here that can do right around 1200 FPS. So it can really slow things down. And one of the things I'm seeing is that on some of the shots, the bolt is coming forward, hitting, and then the bolt body, or the I guess on an AR it'd be like a BCG, is coming out a little bit, and it's unlocking the bolt head. And when I pull the trigger, nothing. I got to click because the bolt is unlocked, and therefore it's not striking that firing pin, which is a good thing because the bolt's not locked in there anyway.
Blowing up out of battery.
So I don't know if that's the recoil. It might be the recoil spring. It might just be worn out because I got this shotgun secondhand. So it might be the recoil spring. I'm not quite sure though. So if any listeners have any ideas on what that could be, I'd be interested to know. After that range visit, and that part is working like awesome, I went on Wholesale Sports website and I saw a couple of those SSs. They're also semi-automatic. They have the spring on the front instead of in the stock. Otherwise, they're exactly the same. One of the viewers on my YouTube channel mentioned that those Pardus SLs, the action and the bolt, is a ripoff of the Beretta 390. I think is the one it was.
Is it rip-off enough that you can actually swap some parts around, like some of the enemy phones?
I don't know, but when I looked up some images of the Beretta 390 bolt, the charging handle, the operating mechanism, like it's all very, very similar. So I think it's pretty close. That, like, I'm not looking at that saying like, wow, I'm getting a Beretta 390. I'm looking at it and saying I'm getting a rip-off of a Beretta 390, like a clone of one for like 220. That's what the SSs are going for, and they're just with the spring at the front, right? So I bought two. And I'll just
Of course. We're just going to start calling you Trevor from now on.
Yeah, I mean, I used to buy a gun a month, but not two at a time.
Well, this isn't like I don't need duplicates for myself. I'm just thinking, like, at 220, I can probably buy these things right now, hold on to them for 6 months until there's none left on the market, and then 220 for a semi-automatic shotgun in 12 gauge is just too low. I'll be able to resell them for more than that.
$500.
We'll see.
For you, Kelly, 500. For you, Trevor, 600.
Yeah.
For you, my very good friend, 650.
Well, that's what my Stoker cost. My Stoker cost me $650. That's a good deal. If you look at them at Cabela's right now, they're right around $800, $850. So, semi-automatic shotguns are expensive. So to get one for $220 that works is, in my opinion, a good deal. So I got the two SSs, and a listener of Slamfire emailed me at the Hunting Gear Guy and told me that the SL in 20 gauge doesn't actually use that iron sight front and back that's on the image on Wholesale Sports, because the images that are on Wholesale Sports websites aren't accurate, right? So I bought that too, the SL in 20 gauge.
How many shotguns did you buy this month, Adriel?
Carry the one.
Five.
Five shotguns this month. That's good.
I'm a sucker for a good deal, so I got a lot of shotguns. And then I don't know if you guys have seen these. Okay, so you use like a regular white flashlight is usually what I use. If you shoot a deer and it runs 60 yards into the bush or whatever, I usually use like a. What's that?
You're describing jacking deer. You're like, use a white flashlight.
Whenever you're shooting deer at night. Yes, a big, powerful, bright one, though.
Yeah. Carry on.
I typically use like a white LED flashlight for tracking deer. But
jacking.
Tracking.
Okay.
Tracking.
Remember, go to a friend's house instead.
Yeah, that's right.
But like, is it Gerber? No, who puts out the color sensing or the blood finding flashlight? I don't think it's Gerber. It's it doesn't matter. Anyways, they've got like this color tinted flashlight that's supposed to make blood like really jump out. They've got a demo of it. I've seen the demo. I don't really believe the demo because it's just too good to be true. Like just the fact that it jumps out so quickly. But I messaged a company that makes them and I asked them to send me one, and they sent me one.
So did you cut yourself so that you could try it?
And it's right here. There's the flashlight right there.
How many flashlights do you have on that?
It's just on the side. See, look at that. You get this blue.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, I can see blood already.
It's a nice strong blue light that you get there. And yeah, so I threw it on this guy right here. I've got a scope there. I've got a red dot on the side. Yeah. You need that too. And yeah. Trevor leaving.
Adriel, you've got to describe this for the people who aren't watching and who are just listening.
Okay.
No, don't.
It's really hard to describe it. Okay, so
It
this
really
is.
is.
No, it's not. It's a POS. It's described.
Oh, isn't that? Yeah, look at that.
What
Two
have you done?
flashlights. Yeah. Side
Adriel?
bipod.
A side bipod. I mean, that's the best kind of bipod. If you're going to have a bipod on your gun, it better be sideways. So that
Okay,
way it
so
lets you
have a
shoot.
diagnosis for what you have.
Okay, so I'm going to do a demo here, yeah?
All
So
right, here we go.
I apologize for all the people out there who can't see this, but go check out the video.
Another crotch shot.
So you wonder what this bipod's here for on the side. Well, this is for your urban prone or your modified prone, right? You
Oh, here
pull
we
it out
go.
Like that. Yeah, yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Just
Oh,
like that,
Shazam.
baby. Yeah.
There it is,
nice and
right there.
solid.
That, and you know what? I don't know why Chris Costa doesn't have this on his gun right now.
You never go full mall ninja.
You went from
Wiser words have never been spoken.
Well, you do when it's fun.
Oh man, that was hilarious. Good one, man.
There's, like,
As it falls over.
every list I have, you're off of it. Everyone.
And there are a few government lists you've just made.
Yeah.
Probably. That's a dangerous looking firearm.
Very dangerous.
All right, that's all I did in guns this week.
Oh, you built the world's worst SKS. Congratulations.
We've got a couple comments here on the YouTube channel.
Sure, bring 'em off.
Mark Nielsen says, could be a weak recoil spring, not keeping it in battery. That's what I think it is. Easiest thing to try first cost-wise, or if can borrow one. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. And then one from David Agel, did you show the SKS yet?
Yeah, we just did.
That's my question too. David asks, how heavy is it?
With all the accessories, with all the features on it there, it's 12 pounds.
A solid 12-pound gun. You know, who doesn't need a 12-pound gun to help soak up the punishing recoil of the 76.2. There we go.
Well, you know, I haven't addressed that just yet
Oh,
because
God. Again.
it is threaded on the muzzle there.
You
so,
could put a muzzle brake on.
I need to put a brake on there.
Yes, you
Gotta have a brake.
I can't believe it doesn't have a brake. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. It should have a brake.
You should have a brake.
It's awful.
Awesome.
So I'm surrounded by Milsurp and 1911s, and on the other end, he's breaking out the SKSs.
Of course he is. He knows you're there. You love SKSs, Trevor.
No, I love Tenfoglio.
It's pretty.
I love Glock.
We discussed this, Kelly.
It's kind of pretty. I
It
mean,
is. Like,
it's
seriously.
got like accents, like chrome accents on it. It's like a big black Buick with like the chrome grille and the chrome bumper and
Mhm.
yeah.
See this
Meanwhile,
face?
Men would
this is what a
describe it
gun's
as
supposed to look like, Trevor.
majestic.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Black.
There's one right here. It's all good. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, here's my other gun. It's all black too. Oh, here's my other gun. It's also all black. All black. All right, well, let's roll into upcoming events. And I'm just going to rip through these pretty quick because we do mention them every week, and I'm sure the listeners are getting tired of hearing about them every single week. Some of them we do want to point out, though, that are important to us is, and this one's coming up fairly soon, actually, within the month, the first annual Ronnie DeGroot Rock Out with Your Glock Out Steel Challenge. That's June 4th, so that's just under a month from now. It's a steel challenge at Restigouche Gun Club, so if you're anywhere near northern New Brunswick, I highly recommend you come out and participate in that because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Matthew, if anyone's in the area and wants a little warm-up, Mo will be hosting a steel challenge on May 15th at the Petty Kodiak Gun Club.
Oh, okay, cool. So anybody who's down in that area who's going to be coming up to this one, and even if you're not and you want to get in on a steel challenge, you can head down there and shoot with Mo.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be there. You should come along, Matthew.
I might. When did you say it was?
May 15th.
It's a possibility. We'll
Cool.
see.
All right.
So the 6th annual charity shoot is coming up in support of Soldier On. It's taking place June 25th, so it's coming up here real soon too, about 2 months. It's Kingston, Ontario at the Brockville District Fish and Game Club. So if you're interested in that, you can contact New Shooter Canada or check out the event's Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Any updates on that, Kelly?
Nope, just if you're out of province, make sure you sign up soon because of the fact you'll need the invite to apply for your ATT.
That's right. I should probably get on that, shouldn't I?
Me too. Kelly, is the Course of Fire published anywhere?
Yeah, it's posted on the event page. If you need it, I can also send it to you as well.
Yeah,
So just,
round counts and distances.
mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'll send it to you.
Cool.
And the other thing is, too, I also just posted stuff for the Friday with RJ Woods, Fire Art Solutions training. He is going to be there on Friday, but if you're coming for that, just check out what's needed for it, the equipment needed. Some people asked about that, so I posted it on the event page as well. So that's it.
Excellent.
Cool. Okay. So they got your 6th Wounded Warrior charity shoot. That's being held at the Edson Fish and Game Club in Alberta. That's July 16th and 17th. You can go to gotyoursixshoot.com for more info. The Rocky Mountain 300's coming up in June as well. That is taking place in Colorado. So if you're from Colorado and want to check that out, you can go to rockymountain300.weebly.com for more info on that one. The ORA is putting on a precision rifle match in Connaught in Ottawa. That's May 7th and 8th. So basically too late. By the time you hear this, it will be over probably because that's this weekend. And also we have the CNSCA Sporting Clays National Championship coming up September 1 through 4. And there's a big long link that I could read out, but I'm not going to because I'm pretty sure it's on last week's show notes. Just go onto our website and click on that if you want more information on that. So that brings us to the news.
We got news?
Yeah, we got news.
Oh, I got one piece. It's kind of region centric, I guess, to Alberta here, but
Oh, just because you live in Alberta, you think it's important? I'm kidding.
Fort McMurray's important. They've got all this oil that we've got to,
They're burning our oil.
You need oil for your guns, right? Not just vegetable oil. You need real oil. Yeah. So there was a fire in Fort McMurray. They evacuated.
I think it still is, isn't it?
Yeah. The evacuation's still in play right now. There's a couple of really interesting things that the firearms community is doing for this. The CCFR had mentioned that there's a range that so if anyone fled and I don't know, maybe they were like on their way back from the range and they had to evacuate and they had it restricted with them, there's a range that's allowing people to camp out there, and because it's a range, your ATT is good to take it to the range and camp out there. So
That's good.
that's one thing that was out there. Another was that P&D in Edmonton, just in the downtown. They were offering to store people's firearms for up to 6 months for free. So there's just a lot of things that people are doing to help out with the community and help out with this evacuation. I mean, 80,000 people that's a whack of people that have been displaced due to this wildfire, and it's really cool to see the community coming forward and really helping out here.
Yes, it is. Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for that update. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers are with all those people out there in Fort McMurray because that's crazy. I've been seeing some pictures and some video from that, and it's like straight out of an apocalyptic movie. It's nuts.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Any other news? Nothing's written down, so I'm going to have to say no. So I guess that brings us to the main topic, which is Q&A with live listeners. So listeners, now's your chance. You can head on over to our YouTube channel. Hopefully you're there already. Otherwise, how are you listening to this? Because this is live. So anybody there with a comment or a question?
We've got 14 people here.
Stephen. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Stephen.
Stephen who took the shot clinic with us. You know, Stephen, he's like 14 and a half
Oh,
feet
Stephen.
Big
Yeah.
Steve.
Big Steve.
tall. Bigfoot saw Stephen once, but nobody believes him.
Right.
David's actually mentioning a couple things that we forgot on news. There was the Troy Parr rifle is available now.
What's that?
Oh, that's the pump action AR in 223 or 300 Blackout. It's the perfect New Brunswick trunk gun. It's non-restricted. It's an AR platform, pump action.
What's it called again?
The Troy Parr rifle.
Troy Parr.
You're gonna have to spell that. For me.
I'm gonna screen share my my screen here so you guys can.
Yeah, I want to see a picture
see
of
what
this thing.
looks like, and it looks something like that.
It looks heavy.
So it does look a little bit heavy.
These
yes.
guns ain't good for much.
Let's see here.
Early version.
Oh, that doesn't look so bad.
No, that's not so bad. With yeah, and it's
You
pump
know-
action.
Adriel.
$1,000.
You could put all kinds of stuff on that one.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
pump
look at
action,
those
and it's
rails.
$1,000.
Yeah, it is.
So there's only one drawback to this rifle, and that is it's going to take an AR mag. And normally, I say that's a positive. Like you don't want a Mini 14 because
Right.
it takes a proprietary mag, right? So you're only ever going to have 5 rounds. But in Canada, because there's no capacity restriction on bolt action rifles, it would be great if this didn't.
If it had, yeah,
If it had its own mag, we could have 30-round mags in it. But
Yeah.
since they're going to fit in an AR, if they're an AR mag, they're going to have to be pinned. But I think you're still going to get, you're still going to be able to go hunting with a pump action rifle that holds 15 rounds when you go Beowulf.
So are they available in Canada now?
Yeah.
Who's got them? Who's carrying them?
Muffin sent me the link today. Or maybe it's just Iron Guns that's taking them in. They got non-restricted status anyway.
Yeah, I want a link to where I can buy one.
Yeah, David's mentioning that Nut and Fancy did a big review on them. They've got a folding stock because
Nut and
they don't have the bolt buffer tube in there. And they also come in 308 family, so 308's 7mm by Audi or 708, 243, 338 Federal, that kind of thing.
Iron
So
Guns,
also, because it's a pump action, we're not going to be restricted to 18.5-inch barrels for this too.
yeah.
That's cool. I kind of
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, it's no replacement for an AR. But
No, but it's something that we can use out in the woods though.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's face it, out hunting, most often a pump action is going to be just fine because I can get off, as much I can get off many rounds with my pump action shotgun. Not as fast as a semi, but fast enough.
And for you and I, it's good. But for other provinces that do have capacity restrictions for hunting, meh. But this
Yeah.
is definitely appealing for you and I.
Yeah, this is very appealing for you and I. Yes.
So it's a race to see who gets one first.
It really is.
I Run Guns, man. The Muffin sent me a link to both of them on I Run Guns.
And what are they going for on there?
Stand by.
Just send me the link. I got my credit card ready.
Okay.
My wife's in the
With the
background
missus right
shaking her head.
Oh man, check out this weight. They're 6 pounds.
Say again, Adriel?
They're 6 pounds flat.
6.
Really?
I can do 6 pounds. What did you say, Trevor?
Just reminding Jewel that all guns cost only $200.
Yeah, guns are only $200 and ammo is free. It's true.
Comes in
Andrew,
a
you buying
100
one?
Blackout, 223, and then they've also got the midweight one, 308. That one's 8.5 pounds. It's a little bit heavier for
That's
the
a little
the
chunky for
intermediate.
me.
Okay, Matthew, I sent the link to you on Facebook.
Nice. Cool. Well, what else do we got from listeners?
The other one was David had also mentioned that the Ruger Precision Rifle was just updated.
$990, Matthew, but I don't know if that's U.S. or not.
That's probably American.
Is that the
No, no,
16-inch
no.
barrel one? Because there's one with a 16-inch barrel.
This is the 300 Blackout.
Oh, I got to interrupt you real quick. I just got to give a shout out to my nephew Liam. He just sent me a Facebook message saying that he's listening. So Liam, hi there. How's it going? If you go to our YouTube thing, you can leave a message that all of us would be able to see. I'm just saying if you wanted to do that. Okay, Trevor,
Liam.
back to you.
Hi, Liam. The 223 has a 16-inch barrel, guys.
I'm drooling.
and a folding stock, and it's 943.
I'm drooling all over the place here.
I'm aroused.
I am very. Yeah, she's wiping the drool off my face.
All right, I'm going to show this enhanced rifle that, yeah, get out of the way there. So there's the new enhanced precision rifle.
Oh, I want one in 6.5 Creedmoor, please.
Yeah, they're more expensive. These guys come with a muzzle brake. It's a different forend on it, and that back part of the bolt that was plastic, that was kind of crappy. If you've fired one of these, it's like the crappiest part on the rifle. They've updated that as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rather than building another rifle, I think I'd just be happy buying this one in 6.5 Creedmoor.
I think, if you were looking at getting into the precision rifle game and you're getting into it for the first time, yeah, why build one when you can just buy this thing off the shelf? Because the thing that a lot of built rifles do is that the bolt doesn't telescope into the stock like this one does, so that the action can actually sit really low on it.
Interesting. 6.5 Creedmoor.
So I'm on iRun Guns, and it's telling me that I have to ship it to a dealer. They won't ship it to me.
Call me buggers.
Wonder if I have to try to buy it through irunguns.ca.
Yeah.
That was
All
a
right.
.com link I had. Anyway,
Any other questions, Adriel?
I hope so.
Anyone know the availability of a barrel wrench for the Colt IURs? Mine is now, but got to think future-wise someday. Mine is no.
You're going to have to read that again.
Mine is no.
Mine's fine now, but in the future, if he wants to take the barrel off, he's going to need a barrel wrench. So they've got an integrated upper, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So monolithic. I've never worked on one. I haven't got a clue how you would take apart a monolithic upper. Well,
You throw it away and you buy a new one.
gotcha.
Disposable.
Next question.
Officer Frank would know.
Officer Frank might know. I'll get Officer Frank to bring over one of the patrol carbines, and we'll go from there.
Cool.
All right. What's next?
I think that's it. That's it for questions. We've been kind of hitting them as we've been going along here. So
Okay.
I think that's it for questions. I mean, just to show the Ruger Precision, let me just...
Yeah, talk about that some more.
Well, I wanted to talk about the difference, and hopefully you guys can hear me over there while I grab this thing out of the safe, but the difference between running an aftermarket stock on your precision rifle versus the Ruger Precision, because this guy kind of sits like this is a Savage 10 in a MDT chassis, and you can see that the action runs all on top here, and you need to leave that space there. And this is actually like a really critical area here, because if there isn't enough room here, I won't be able to pull my bolt out. This is actually the version 2 or version 3 of this buttstock. The first one, this cheek rest was too close in, and so you couldn't remove the bolt. Whereas on the Ruger Precision, since they built it from scratch, they just have this bit telescope right into the stock, right? So that's one advantage of that versus like an aftermarket stock that you'd use, just because it leaves you a little bit more room on the back and it's just a little bit tighter.
Pretty too.
Silly. What kind of scope is that?
That's that Citron 6-24.
It is a Citron, eh?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
This is,
you say it weighs a ton?
The rifle weighs a ton, just because it's got a really heavy barrel on it.
Factory or something you put on?
The barrel's factory. It's a Savage 10 TR.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so it's got a bit of weight to it, and
What caliber?
308.
Really?
I kind of want to rebarrel it to 6.5 Creedmoor though.
Yeah.
Just for the better ballistics, long range, and yeah, just mostly for the better ballistics.
Yeah. I'm still
But
aroused.
It's really comfortable. This is a really comfortable rifle to shoot. Like, you can go prone with this thing all day long, and the scope is really, really clear. It's FFP, so you can run it at whatever zoom you want to, and this one is in, I think I got it in MOA. Yeah, I've got it in MOA marks. I didn't want to do the mill thing. I've had mill scopes before, and I don't know, I just think in MOA a little bit better.
What have you had that thing out to?
I've had this thing out to right around 800 yards. And it's very easy to shoot at 800 yards with this guy here. Actually, I don't bring a spotting scope to the range anymore because I just use this thing. At 24 times, I can see the holes from a 22 easily at 100 yards, 200 yards, no problem. So yeah. I just don't bother. A buddy of mine's got a Night Force SHV in a 6-24 as well. That's nice and clear. So if we're both out shooting at the place we typically shoot at, we shoot right around 500 yards. Very easy to spot bullet hits with each other's scopes. So he can shoot, and then I'll watch, and I'll shoot, and he can watch. It's very easy. We don't need to run a spotting scope or anything like that. We just run our scopes on our rifles, and it's very easy.
How much for that scope? What do they go for, those Citrons?
About $1,100, $1,200 now. I mean, the U.S. dollar is killing us right now.
Yeah, so it's about the same as the Vortex PST I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's very similar. Now, the Vortex, I believe it's got a zero stop on the elevation, whereas this guy doesn't. When I compared them at the range, I kind of I preferred this one just a little bit more in terms of clarity, but they're both really good scopes. The Vortex has a lifetime warranty, and that's always worth something, right?
Absolutely. I like the look of that setup, Adriel, very much.
It's a lot of fun to shoot at the range. Not a lot of recoil. I've got a brake on there. I don't even need one, but it just makes it so it doesn't recoil at all.
Well, when I saw the brake, I assumed it was going to be 300 Win Mag, but.
I had a 338 Lapua, but shooting that thing at the range was just ridiculous. The people beside you it was real rude. Just a lot of spray, a lot of muzzle blast out to the side, whereas this one's just not that bad. Yeah. Anything else that you guys wanted to talk about? I'm just looking through the comments here. I don't see any of the questions.
I'm gonna introduce the miniature clone hanging on my shoulder here.
That's a good idea. Do that.
Yeah. Say hi, Mini-Me.
Hello.
That worked out just fine, didn't it?
Yeah.
Can you hear them?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. There you go. So I got a clone on each shoulder. This is the evil clone, and this is the... Wait, what? No.
I'm not evil.
Oh, this is the good clone.
I'd argue that.
Evil.
All right, what else we got, guys?
David's just mentioning we're doing a Canada Guns talk show on Wednesday nights that's live as well. We just did our first one kind of off the cuff last night, and I think we're going to keep doing it. I think. David? Yes? No? That's more of a that started with Reddit, so I think we're gonna keep doing that. They have this thing called Gun It Live that they do in the States, and we're kind of trying to do a Canadian version of that.
So where can you log on to this?
I guess we'll have to do a link somewhere or something. We've been doing it all through Reddit, so we haven't we haven't done it on Facebook, or it doesn't really have a home right now other than Reddit, so it's kind of specific to that platform. Kev7476 says, "Have you seen the Surefire Warden? They're starting to be imported and look pretty awesome."
I have not.
Let's see here. Blast diffuser. Okay, I'm going to screen share my screen here.
Yeah, let's look at this.
And yeah, let's present that to everyone. I don't care about 50% off. Warden blast diffuser. I think this is the one. Ooh. Fancy. This looks like a quick disconnect there.
Mm-hmm.
One of those linear muzzle brakes or what?
Muzzle brake slash, I don't know. It's, yeah, I guess it would be one of those linear ones. We need suppressors in Canada. I don't know. I look at all
That
these
would be
breaks
cool.
and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd just rather run a suppressor. Goodness, if we could get them. Maybe if they get it enough of the states, we'll be able to get some of them. Let's
Well,
see.
I think that SFRC is starting to import them.
So is that just like a forward-facing muzzle brake, basically? It just redirects all the blast downrange?
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Cool. I got one of those for my 22, because it's got such massive muzzle blast. It's huge.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I don't see any other questions here, so we could probably go on to the next bit.
The email?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's do email then. Kelly, we haven't heard enough from you. Want to read this first one from Wayne?
Sure, this is from Wayne. It says, "Hi Adriel, I heard you on Slamfire talking about the Pardus in 20. It came in the same configuration as your 12 gauge. It works awesome. Would recommend one if you're in the need for a 20. Fit and finish seems to be nicer than your 12. I put some 3-inch turkey loads through it today. Unfortunately, not into a turkey. Maybe next time. That's for the review. Can't wait until the next episode of Slamfire. Thanks." From Wayne.
Cool. Thanks, Wayne.
Yeah.
And that's what made me buy a 20 gauge.
I mean, the idea of a semi-automatic 20 gauge is brilliant.
Oh, I've got one boy that's 8. I got friends that have kids around the same age, so I'm thinking, well, maybe it'd be nice to have something that's a little bit lighter of a shotgun. I mean, the weight savings you make on the shotgun kind of show up with recoil anyway, so the recoil is probably going to be the same. But it'd be nicer to have something that's a little bit lighter to pull up to the shoulder and that kind of thing, right?
Yep.
And I haven't owned a 20 gauge before, so I kind of wanted to get it just for that.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
There's a few more
Trevor.
questions. Sorry.
Oh,
Didn't know.
huh?
There's a few more questions.
Oh, okay.
Let's grab it.
So, Adriel? David wants to know what color Duracoat I should coat my 870.
Pink. Purple. Orange.
Maybe a red.
Pink.
Maybe like a Canada flag red.
Canada
Yeah.
flag red.
Yeah.
That's liberal.
Burnt sienna. Burnt sienna.
What is that?
I don't know, beige.
You need man card infraction.
Like
That's
just
not
making
one of
up
the
colors.
16 approved colors.
And I suppose a duvet is just a blanket.
A what?
A blanket.
Thank you. That was
You
almost 2.
guys don't have any class. Yeah.
Let's see here. Montreal Music Band mentions if it directs the blast forward, doesn't that defeat the whole point of compensating for flip or lift?
Yes. What is?
It puts the recoil straight back into the shoulder rather than
I think-
rising. It's all.
I think the point of them is that they direct the sound more to the front. They give a little bit more of a chamber for the sound to get into before it starts going out forward. So the sound level is the same, but it directs more of it forward. But it doesn't do anything for recoil or anything like that.
Oh, so they're just totally a sound thing, not a recoil thing whatsoever.
I don't think so.
Because I know, yeah, that makes sense. Because my comp doesn't do anything for the sound. Let me tell you.
Just increases it, right?
Yeah.
'Cause that's because the gas goes forward, hits the baffles, and then comes out the sides, and the sound pressure waves are coming out the sides as well. Whereas with this guy, like you're still throwing all your gas towards the front, so the recoil is all going to come back to the rear. But at least the sound has a little bit time to expand and start heading out to the front. At least that's the idea, right?
Yeah, like you, suppressor.
A little bit. I mean, it doesn't suppress the sound at all. It just
I'm saying we should just-
redirects it. That's the legal opinion that you need to keep, Trevor. Let's see here. The Crover says he's done lime green, pimp purple, and teal already. I've seen them. They're
What
very bright.
you said teal? What is that? That's a duck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Light blue.
It's like Tiffany.
I don't think it's a color. I think it's a duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the name of Muffins Chocolate Lab. Teal.
Do you want to jump back to the questions?
Yes, we do. Oh, you mean the email?
Yes. From James. Question. What do you run?
Oh, that was for
earmuffs?
Trevor. That was for
Oh, okay.
Trevor.
All right.
Because it's short. Trevor?
Yeah, I'm scratching my nose.
Okay.
James, so this is our buddy James, who took the shot class with us. Dipstick shooter James, big redhead guy. James the Ginger, that's what we'll call him, except not to his face.
But
Question.
not to his face.
Hey, he's a big guy. Question. Oh, yeah, and he's the one that, never mind. He's got an interesting video that you want to see of you, Matthew.
Oh, really? What is this?
It's from the Daniel Shaw course.
Oh, I'm probably not proud of that, am I?
No, you're not.
Excellent.
We're gonna have to have words, you and I, next time we work together. Question. What do you run for earmuff/ear protection? Is there earmuffs that block out the shot but pick up people's voices? Do you get what you pay for? What do you recommend? Cheers, James. Yes, electronic hearing protection. Yeah, Filthy's helmet.
Filthy's helmet works really great.
Filthy's helmet works great for that. But blasters don't have much of a report, do they?
No.
How do I share my screen?
The little green arrow thing.
So anyway, James, to answer your question, yes, electronic hearing protection amplify sounds up to a certain decibel and block out sounds over that decibel, and higher end provide better protection, longer battery life, other features. They have the shallow cut, so you could use them on a rifle. You get what you pay for with electronic hearing protection for sure.
Can you see my screen, Trevor?
Yes, I can.
Can you read it?
I also saw Adriel take a big bag of pills out of his gun safe.
Interesting. So
I'm
do
trying
you
to-
see what's on my screen now, Trevor? Do I have to keep talking so it stays
Let
up?
me, here, I'll just lock you on there. There, you're locked
Thank
on.
you. You seriously did that?
I beat you. I win.
Oh, man. Yes, you did. I couldn't pull the trigger on it anyway. I spent like $533 on reloading equipment and supplies this week, so...
That's okay. I'll let you play with. Oh, there's my wife. She's angry.
Joel, he owns a company. He'll write it off. It's for test and evaluation.
She can't hear you, but it's R&D. It's the company. The Press Check bought it. Got to make sure that the mags are work
Yeah, they're
or something.
not believing.
She's still very angry with me. Very angry.
Oh! I saw Joel scratching her nose, too.
She scratches it a lot.
Oh, just since he was mentioning earmuffs and ear protection, usually these aren't pills. I usually just use these guys here. They're just silicone.
Those are those rubber
earplugs.
bullets, right?
Yeah, rubber bullets. You put those in your ears and you put them in your gun when you need to use them. No, these are like I just get a big box of these laser lights here. These work really well. I can use these indoors, and they're really great. If I'm just shooting pistol at the pistol range, I might go with like a real light earplug and some electronic hearing protection, just because you can crank them up and you can hear people a little bit better. If I'm outdoor, if I'm on the shotgun range, shotguns aren't as loud either, and I'll use electronic there. And a couple of examples of that would be like these Caldwell Emax. These are really cheap. They don't really block that much. I think they're like 23 decibels or 23 NRR. And as you can see here, the little fluffy parts on the mic kind of fall off all the time. These guys are really popular. These are the Howard Lay Impact Sports.
Yeah,
And
those
they're
are the ones I use.
Yeah, they're really nice because they like. crunch
Tell the
right
story
down
about
like
how
that.
you got yours, Trevor.
I found them. I'm still waiting for somebody to call up and go, yeah, I was at SummerSlam last year. Did you find any electronic hearing protection? That call hasn't come, so.
So they're still
It
yours.
will be now.
So I keep them in my range bag and on my head. That way
Yeah.
I'll know where they are when the owner calls.
Now, I don't know if you found this, Trevor. These are really nice for their compactness, but the ear cups themselves are a little bit thin, and these are just a few years old, and they start getting like really inflexible. So if you put like eye protection on, they don't really seal very nicely around them, and you basically need it'll work for like something where you need just light attenuation, but anything more than that, you need to double up.
Hmm.
And then I've got these guys here as well. This is like a nicer ear cup here. You can compare the width there on these two, and you can see that this one's quite a bit wider and it's quite a bit squishier, and it clamps as well a lot like tighter.
Cup size is important, Adriel. And apparently, this bigger the better.
Yeah.
Kelly, you were saying something?
I asked Adriel which ones they were. How much are they?
These are Axel Sport Ear M4s. These have like the quad microphones. They've got like microphones on the front and the back of each cup. I think they're about $80. But they sell an M2 that's like $50. So it's like the same price as one of these guys.
Okay.
But it doesn't fold down quite as nice. It does like this yoga pose to the side, whereas these ones kind of like cram down a little bit better.
Is that a downward facing dog? What is that?
I think what would that? Is there one that looks like that in yoga? I don't know.
There is if you pay enough.
Yeah.
So
anyways,
Kelly, I'm looking. Kelly, you have a pair of these Caldwell Emax.
Yeah, I
Do you
do.
have the low profile or the regular ones?
I have two different types, so they're I carry an extra pair in case somebody else doesn't have any.
Right. So are they low profile or are they regular ones?
They're the regular ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if those ones work better than the low profile ones.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've also got just a pair of passive headsets here, and these things are old as dirt, but they work so good. They've got a big cup on them.
Right.
Doesn't help with the cheek weld, but
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Should I get the low profile ones so I can use them for shotgunning and ARing as well, or do I get the big ones and just use them for handgun? But that being said, if I get just the big ones, the low profile ones are probably adequate for handgun shooting.
Right. One will only do one firearm. The other one will do all firearms.
So even if I have to put in a pair of foamies underneath them,
Yep.
I would at least get the benefit of the electronics if with the low profile ones, and I can still shoot long guns with them.
And the electronics work well. Like when I turn
Yep.
mine on, I can hear the wind going through the trees. I can hear the sound of my feet on the ground. Like,
Do you
so
know
when-
if yours are low profile, Trevor?
Yeah. Like show them again, Adriel, the ones that I use.
these guys here,
Yeah.
they're very low profile. They don't attenuate that much, but you could use these hunting. So if you have like a braked hunting rifle,
Right.
you could wear something like this and still hunt and not damage your ears as as much, I guess.
As much, yeah.
Adriel, I was thinking of wearing them for hunting for no other reason. If I'm sitting in a tree stand and I turn them on, it's amplified my hearing of regular sounds. I could hear a deer coming sooner.
Yeah.
And
there's
every
that too.
squirrel for 4 kilometers will sound like a buck of a lifetime.
Yeah, and your porcupines will sound like bears, like trudging through the woods and that kind of thing. I mean, that's why they've got these ones that have like microphones on both sides of the cup, because with these
stereo
ones,
hearing.
well, these are stereo. These have
Right.
microphones on both cups, and so do these guys. But these guys have them on the front and back of your cups, so you can actually get directionality. You can hear with just these ones, you can't actually
just hear.
tell.
Yeah, you can't tell where it's coming from, whether it's behind you or in front of you.
Yeah.
It's like a set of gaming headsets.
Well, with gaming heads, it's the same thing. If you move your head a little bit and you can hear something and you just don't know if it's in front of you or behind you, but you kind of roughly know which side it's on. If you move your head a little bit, you can hear it, but that doesn't help you if it was just a sudden sound and then it's gone.
That's right.
So the idea with Walker makes these too, these quad microphone headsets. The idea here is that with the quads, you can pick it up and you'll know if it's behind you or ahead of you, and you'll be able to locate which direction it is, right?
Gotcha. That's cool. So those must be quite a bit more expensive then.
Yeah, well, these guys are like $80, $90 kind of a thing.
Oh, okay. So about twice as much as the $40 ones that Kelly was
The
telling us
Caldwells?
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
$40 ones are fine.
Right. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm not going to hunt with it, so it's not a big deal. I really don't need the directional hearing. But that is a cool feature for people who would.
Yeah, most definitely.
Cool. All right. Any other comments, or should we do the next email?
Yeah, we got a couple more comments here.
Sure, go for it.
Montreal Music Band's just mentioning he uses the foam rollies all the time. Yeah, they're nice. They don't interfere with any kind of cheek weld, and it's been like 28, 29 every day here in the last little bit here in Edmonton. That's super hot here, and wearing headsets, you sweat so much in that ear cup. But with earplugs, you don't sweat as much, right? So
Right.
that's kind of nice as well with the Rollies.
Yeah,
We've got another
the
question.
only downside to putting in the passive protection, like earplugs and whatever, is, if you're on a range and you're talking with people, for instance, Trevor and I are going to be instructing here in the next couple of weeks or months or whatever it is till we get out to Alberta. I want to be able to hear people while I still have ear protection on, because you never know when somebody's going to fire off a round, right? At least in our classes, we never know, because we got no control over the students,
Just,
right? None.
just everybody's all like,
It's all like, do I shoot this
We're
bang
gonna
now, or
engage,
do I wait till later? Like, we don't know. We usually show up in Kevlar, but whatever.
yeah, we like it better that way.
Yeah, they're definitely better for that. If you can, if you're not indoors and you're on just pistols around you, yeah, definitely the electronics are good enough. It's when you're indoor with rifles or indoor with braked rifles, that's when they're not enough. You need
No,
you
that's
need
right.
plugs as
That's
well.
when you definitely need to have the in your ear canal plus something over top.
Yeah, exactly. Liam was asking if any of you record your hunts and what camera you use.
I recorded all of my archery bow hunting for black bear, and nothing fancy, like whatever I had. As a matter of fact, I think my first black bear was recorded on a camera that ran a VHS tape. Like it.
Well, you are 50 years old.
No, I'm not. But
Your camera is.
yeah, well, that one was. Then after that, it was just some kind of Canon. Yeah, nothing. Just like a, oh, I don't know. I think it was like $250 at the Source or Walmart or something. I don't know.
So you don't put like an action camera on the side of your hat or anything and hunt that way.
No, I just have somebody in another tree stand, usually
Right.
filming the. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've recorded one hunt, and it was just my cell phone kind of hanging out of my pocket, sort of like a chest body cam view, and that's actually on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. It gets quite a few hits, actually. It's called The Grouse Hunt or something like that, and it's basically just me thrashing through the woods, and at the end of it, I finally get a bird, but I don't even get that on camera, because I was like, fine, there's no birds out here today, and I turned it off and started walking home, and there it was.
Yeah, I got a bow-mounted one would be really interesting, because I've got a couple grouse with bow, and that would be a really cool one if I could get like a mount on one to.
It'd be
get
really
like
cool to put the camera on the arrow.
You
You
can
have to
get
get a pretty
riser.
small camera.
You can get riser-mounted cameras. You can get stabilizer-mounted cameras.
GoPros.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be cool.
Exactly.
As long as you remembered to kind of hold on to your bow once you release the shot long enough to actually catch the arrow in the air doing its business, because most of the time I've seen Trevor shoot professionally or officially or whatever he does competitionally. That's a word, competitionally.
Sure.
Yes.
And no, competitively is not the right word. It's competitionally.
Within the context of competition, he has seen me release an arrow.
Yes, that's probably what I'm trying to say. And when you loose the arrow, your bow just sort of falls. Like you're not actually holding on to it.
Correct.
And so if you put a camera on that, it's like, oh look, there's the animal. There's the ground.
Yep.
And then it comes back up. Oh, the animal's down. Wow, thanks for that kill shot.
No, you're right. It's not like a rifle-mounted cam.
So you might want to, if you're archery hunting, you might want to head cam it.
Yeah.
Or maybe crossbow it instead, because crossbows you wouldn't drop after you shoot them. Well, most people don't.
Yeah. So, but anyway, what kind of camera? Whatever was available.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
There's lots now that they can get.
Yeah.
GoPro.
Yeah, GoPro, right? Exactly.
GoPros are good. I run contours whenever I'm using action cameras, but that's only because that's what I have.
How are we doing on questions or emails? I'm running out of battery.
Okay. Well, we better wrap this up quick then. Any other quick comments before we move on to our last email?
Yeah, there's just one from Mark here, and he's just mentioning he wears custom fit earplugs. They go in really easy, they're comfortable, and then just some headphones on top of that. So that's another option out there as well.
Cool. Okay, well, this last email comes to us from Jason Philp, and we sent last week a request out to all of the listeners who are going to be attending the pistol course with Trevor and I, asking them what they'd like to learn. And Jason Philp replied with, I would like to learn proper stance, proper grip, draw, a better appreciation for the work of art that my 1911 is. Slow fire accuracy, rapid follow-up shots are areas that I need improvement in. Also, some classroom time that emphasizes the value of fine walnut stocks and how they provide to the accuracy and coolness of 1911s. Thirdly, some lessons on the appreciation of the finer points of Lagavulin. The only thing you missed there, Philp, is we're gonna have we're gonna do all that, but we're also gonna have an SKS workshop, and it helps you
It's
make
gonna
your
involve-
SKS actually hit something when you press trigger.
It's an SKS accurizing course.
Right, and what it does is you throw out the SKS and you get yourself any other gun.
See, Filthy took off his drinking helmet. Now he's got on his official helmet.
Nice. All right,
I have
well,
to cut back on the booze. I have to exercise tonight.
just run around the Death Star a few times. Oh, wait, we blew that up.
By exercise, he means eat donuts and watch TV.
Exactly.
I bet you this is Bolivar. No,
Probably. Well, while we're taking this phone call from Bolivar, if you'd like to email the show, you can send an email to salamfireradio@gmail.com, and we may even read it. iTunes reviews.
Thank you,
We
Stacey.
have one.
We
And
do.
it's short, it's sweet. It's from Mark K9, and he gives us 5 stars, and he titles it "Very Good Show." The review is, "I'm a listener from the U.S. Great show. Keep it up." Thank you. We appreciate that. We're sorry for tonight's show, but I'm sure the rest of them are a little bit better.
This one had its moments.
I had a few moments.
It's our first time. Hey.
Yeah. All right. So got a couple shootouts. Oh, shout-outs.
I'll take the first one. Shout out to Wayne for letting me know about that 20 gauge and the fact that it had a full rail instead of iron sights. So I had ordered the 2 SS's, and I just called up Wholesale Sports and added on that SL and 20 gauge. So now I'm going to get into 20 gauge.
Yep. And I have
20
one
gauge
at...
is cool.
Sorry. I stepped on you.
No, I stepped on you. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I have a shout out to everybody in Fort McMurray, or they're actually probably not in Fort McMurray. I'm sorry about that.
Those who were in Fort McMurray.
Yeah. And everybody's helping out and reaching out to them, especially like Jay Hines and that as well. I just wanted to say hey and yeah, give you a little bit of a shout out. So we're thinking
Cool.
about you.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Well, please join one of our national firearms associations. Oh, I'm sorry. Jewel has a message for Trevor, so I'll keep talking while she holds up the sign for Trevor. He's laughing. He's reading it, and now, and then.
No more and then.
You're gonna have to watch the video, listeners, if you want to get that joke. All right, so please join one of our national firearms associations, such as the CCFR or the CSSA. It's important to support those who support us, especially with a liberal majority government that we have now. So they can do bad things, so let's make sure they don't. Check us out on Gun Owners of Canada. We have a forum over there, and we love interacting with you, the listener. Also, please like us on Facebook if you would. We're up to 1,426 likes and 97 thumbs up. We have 5 gold stars and counting, 2 flukes, 2 manatee flippers, and a partridge in a pear tree. Actually, we don't have a partridge in a pear tree yet, but
More and then.
one day we'll get one. So, from all of us here at Slamfire Radio, live edition, and Filthy, of course, he gives us his thumbs up as well, and Jewel, the ever-present background with extra guns and notes for Trevor,
And wore every shirt in her dresser.
and she wore every gun shirt that she's got. Thanks for listening. I'll let the rest of the hosts sign off now.
Good night, everyone.
Later.
Good night. Keep it classy, you guys.
The Empire rocks.